For 2 years, I wore the orange cloak of Home Depot, clocking in, stocking shelf, and watched my effort get swallowed by the system. I was just a number in a huge company system, right? I knew that my value was being defined by a system that will never reward my full effort. The day that I was finally free from a 9 to 5 job, which isn't exactly the end, it was just the start of a new journey. It gave me the freedom and time to get back to do what I love, which is boxing, and to explore a unique opportunity right now that is going on the artificial intelligence. This isn't about fancy technology. This is about taking your time and turning it into wealth for the future. And my goal in this channel is to show exactly my journey that I'm gonna be going through this path. Well, I'm gonna tell you about my experience because last job wasn't exactly the greatest. I love helping people. It's in my nature. I love the job, didn't like the management for sure. It's incredible that the reason why I lose my job was because I got to be a participant of somebody else's breach of security action, which I understand, but at the same time I got punished because I was being the spotter of that machine, which led me into a catalyst to do something about my life right now. And I got back into boxing as I always been my passion about, and now I want to also get another route. I'm tired of looking for another night to be decently treated when in reality I always end up being somehow mistreated for I don't know why. But I think you guys really do understand my pain about being trapped on a 9 to 5 job, because you're only valued per hour and you're not exactly valued per effort or whatever is your talent, or you know what I mean. So in order to stop going back to the same pattern over and over and over again, I decided to step up and learn a skill that is going to be actually required to use in the future, which is AI. I choose AI because just like the internet, it blew up, and I knew that it was going to be a perfect opportunity right when it just started, and it's going to be something that's going to replace, unfortunately, it's going to replace a lot of stuff that we do manually. And I'm going to give you an example, like medical records that are usually filled manually are going to be replaced by AI software, and they all going to do that and translate to be more efficient, because at the end of the day, all the company are looking to make the same job efficiently. So that's what it's no brainer. AI is going to take over on that area. I see many investors also sharing the same opinion. So it's no accident that going towards the new technology is actually a good idea. And why should I invest it right now? Especially because it's just the beginning of it. This put me in a perspective like actually working for yourself is a little bit more challenging, because at the beginning you're gonna have any idea what you're doing, and of course you're gonna have to train yourself. And also, but think about it, you're building more value 4 hours of the day that you're taking of self-learning versus 8 hours stocking in a place, getting paid for let's say $21 an hour, and your value is stagnated. I'm probably on the side of AI. I'm probably gonna work on that are gonna make stuff easier in automation. That's probably where I'm gonna be targeting my niche, or building AI tools that simplify or track data. And I'm really intrigued because I already did a project of my own, but I know I can do more than that. It can potentially be a project that I can scale in the future. Who knows, that I might build an app and then sell it. But for now, what I'm focusing is building all my foundation on how software composing, and then getting some clients in whether it's in Upwork, whether it's helping others, building something. And trust me, I'll do it for free just to put myself in there and make mistakes, because is inevitable. You're gonna start doing mistakes. There's no perfect career, no perfect path, and depending how you deal with it, either gonna drag you down or motivate you to say, okay, what's the next thing that I have to do to improve and get better, right? Of course, it will feel uncomfortable because there are things that you're not used to do, but eventually it will become a routine and you're gonna lose, you gotta get a little bit loose on that area and then you're gonna be better at it. So there's no secret to hard work. It's just putting the time, the effort, the focus. Oh, this reminds me of the intention, like putting intention of your time instead of just calling I'm doing something. Because if you don't have any goal for a specific time, then pretty much you don't have a plan. Like, let's say I'm taking 4 hours of doing this with no intention, you're gonna get lost. Just saying. Now, my future vision for this new 9 to 5 is acquire my AI software skills, then develop a portfolio to have credibility. Also to actually journal it, like a video journal, having referrals. That way I build my credibility on what I'm doing on the side of the niche that I'm building on AI. And on a note, this remind me when I used to do YouTube video for fitness. Man, you can't let people get into your head because it's always easy. It's so easy to criticize someone else and you're not putting any sort of effort on criticizing. But I think it's worth it to, if you don't quit, your biggest revenge is actually to show them the results. And I can see them in so many ways. It doesn't have to be on my job. It could be the way I look. Because I didn't quit running, I'm gonna look better automatically. And of course, that comes with pros and cons. You're gonna get hated or you're gonna get loved too about it. Because some people like you for what you are, and some people will always talk trash. It's inevitable. And I'm sorry that I got a little bit heated, but unfortunately it's always been that way. It never changed in this life. Anything that I try, I always get mocked. I will always get make fun of, but that's just what it is. I shouldn't get any more attention about it. And of course, it hurts when you have a 9 to 5 job, when they say they're gonna do this, but they don't value what you are. They don't listen to you. You're just simple a replacement. It's unfortunate. I won't say it's 100% all the time, all the jobs, but most of the jobs, they look you as a replacement. And it's sad. Because you thought you were building relationship in the business. They don't care about relationship. You're gonna go, if for some reason they don't like you, they're gonna find a way, right? But enough of that. I had to let go of the past. It actually does suck because it hurt you. You really care about that work and the value that you brought to the people you're helping with. You're gonna miss that, of course. So this channel is gonna be my live training log of this AI journey, and I'm not gonna predict anything. It's all depending on me, whether I fail or whether I manage to accomplish something with me. I always gonna be accountable for myself. I cannot speak for other people. I cannot move their action, their words, their hands. They gotta be accountable for their actions. And it's gonna be, time is always gonna be moving. It's not gonna wait for anybody else to make their own mind about, I'm gonna do this when it's the right thing to do it. I don't think time works like that. So that's my story. The orange apron, the firing, the hours spent in the rings, and the decision to finally stop waiting for somebody else to validate my efforts. The 9 to 5 life expects you to be replaceable, but by committing and learning AI, you'll become irreplaceable. It is the ultimate punch back to the system that always undervalues you. If you're ready to lace up your own gloves and fight for your own financial independence, please hit the subscribe button for me. This whole channel is a documentation of my journey, and I'll get you exactly the blueprints all the AI tools that I use every single week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next training session.